Forgiveness isn't about forgetting, it's about setting yourself free. The Song of the Fallen Star, finding peace in the echoes of betrayal. Lyra's voice had the power to shape worlds, a gift passed down from her mother, whose life was stolen by a trusted family friend. The necklace her mother left behind, a star-shaped pendant, was a symbol of the love and warmth that had once filled her home. But the betrayal that took her mother's life left a bitter mark on Lyra's soul, a bitterness she could not shake. Every note she sang, every melody she created, was tinged with the darkness of that unresolved grief. One evening, beneath a sky filled with the shimmering remnants of 1,000 stars, Lyra's voice echoed out across the valley. As she sang, something strange happened. One of the stars fell, glowing brighter than the others, its light seeming to pulse in response to her sorrow. Lyra rushed to where it landed, her heart racing, expecting some divine sign to grant her vengeance, but instead the star began to sing. The melody was soft, gentle, but it resonated deep within her, stirring something she had long buried, the need for forgiveness. It spoke to her not in words, but in emotions, in the very rhythm of its song. The star was teaching her something she had never truly understood. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's about making peace with what has been taken. As the star's song intertwined with her own, Lyra began to understand. Her hatred for the man who betrayed her mother had consumed her, poisoned the joy that music once brought her. Each bitter note she sang was a chain that held her to a past she could never change. And yet here was this star, this symbol of the very thing she could not find, whispering that peace could only be found through forgiveness. But it was not an easy path. Lyra wrestled with the truth, the painful reality that forgiving her mother's betrayer did not mean excusing his actions. It didn't mean forgetting the pain, the loss, or the injustice. It meant releasing the hold that resentment had over her, so she could live again, unburdened. In the quiet of that moment, under the watchful eyes of the heavens, Lyra made a decision. She would forgive, not to erase the past, but to make room for the future, to let go of the bitterness that had been poisoning her music, her heart, and her soul. And in that release, she found freedom. The star, now dimming as it returned to the sky, seemed to nod in approval, its song fading into the night. Lyra's voice, no longer weighed down by anger, soared higher than it ever had before, and for the first time in years, she felt the warmth of her mother's love fill her once again. The love that had never truly left, but had been lost in the shadows of her resentment. Forgiveness, Lyra realized, is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of something new. It's the courage to embrace the scars, not as wounds, but as marks of strength. It's the quiet recognition that peace isn't something granted by others. It's something we give ourselves. And in that peace, the music of life plays louder and clearer than ever before.